right, it is Stars Without Number, White Wolf Pyre, session 5. Time for the recap. And Isaiah is excluded since he wasn't here.
Yeah, so it turns out that someone thought it would be a great idea to start a riotous mob and send them against our friends.
Yes, but what was the best part of that riotous mob?
One of our group was egging them on and cheering for them, and yeah.
Yes,
And
but what happened? He didn't realize they were going to get Shorter's group. He thought they were going to Sky City.
Yes. I'm not sure how they were going to get to Sky City, but
they were fired up.
They were going to make a human ladder and climb each other.
Yeah, I don't think they're high enough.
Carlton would have motivated them to come up with something, okay? He was all over that shit.
Tie your intestines together and we'll lasso up.
See, I told you the medication I gave him was working. He'd been crying all day for like 2 days before that. I gave him a tiny little dose. He's out here cheerleading, starting up a riot and shit.
Well, luckily we managed to talk them down by convincing them that Anne was an inquisitor.
Yes, that was very good. An inquisitor.
That somehow worked.
From Sky City, yep.
And then the police showed up from Sky City and were like, oh shit. And they saw right through that one. But we have an invitation now to go visit Sky City, so that's nice.
Yes, 3 resets.
Yes.
That reset just happened. So 3 from now, like 3 days from now, you are to meet. If you show up at that same spot, they're supposed to come and pick you up and take you to Sky City.
Yep, that's nice of them. I'd be able to get off this planet and bombard it from orbit.
We would not do. Okay, maybe we would.
I would, and would. And after that fun little adventure, we then were like, okay, well, let's head back into the forest and see if we can find anything useful that might help us in case they betray us and attempt to murderize us, which is highly possible because we have the metal in our systems now for some reason.
Yes, you do.
Does F-350 have the metal, though? He's made of metal, but has some of the metal changed?
No.
So F-350 is not affected. Curious. I think that means he's a traitor. But
Superior robotic construction.
Made in China.
Taiwan, actually.
Spina. But yes, so we decided to go into the forest. There we found a hanging trap with a little porcupine friend thing. And we went up there and we discovered a very large creature that was covered in vines and quite emaciated. And Anne had I'd yeet the thing into space.
Yes,
and
yes.
drop it.
Yes, there was a very a surprising loophole in the rules, and you were able to. Ide could use his powers just to lift the thing with his telekinesis and pretty much at a terminal height, and then just drop it. It was covered in vines and all kinds of different things. And moss, and you just dropped it and it made a big impact into the ground. And I believe Carlton chewed on some of it.
Yes.
Yes,
Probably.
he did eat some of the.
Yes.
Sounds like something he would do.
Then Anne got a porcupine friend for use later. We discovered a trail and we followed the trail until we came to a cave system. And everyone got in the vehicle and Anne was like, nope, not doing it. And she sat in the car, to which the rest of the party was then attacked by vines.
Actually, I do believe that you sent some of us into that cave while you sat happily in the car.
I wouldn't say happily. You know, it's a management role. Someone has to be in it.
I mean, we did leave you with Carlton, so I guess you weren't too happy.
That does count as kind of a crippling thing right there. That's a handicap. But
if it makes you feel better, the brick of heroin's in the glove box.
Oh crap! I forgot about that time. Drive all night. But they were able to defeat the vines, and they discovered the vines do not like fire. But wherever the vine touched, someone received a what's it called, a mark on their body. And they pushed a bit further in, discovered there was a door to something that said biohazard, and they're like, "Oh, Anne, come inside. It will be so much fun. We're going to look at a door that says biohazard."
Yeah, it said Amicom Bio Testing Lab.
Yeah, biohazard. The word bio and testing lab mean don't enter.
Yes, Carlton
to Carlton.
did get some of the vine and hit on his thigh, which turned into a red rash, which then sprouted little
Mushrooms.
little green seedlings were sprouting, little sprouts.
Yep.
And they went into the bio testing lab, and somebody ran past them and actually ran past you guys and knocked you over.
After we decided to leave, because we both went to the bio lab, and me and I were like, yeah, not happening. Have fun, you two. There's 2 vac suits in there. Good luck.
Yeah, you guys ran out, and then that's when the torch went out, and then you were both grabbed by the vines, and
Yep.
you had a rash on your neck, and I had one on his ankle.
Yep.
There was a cryopod that they released, and somebody came out and realized that they had basically stolen this ship, and they were not a doctor, nor did they play one on TV.
They didn't even start a Holiday Inn Express, so they couldn't even be a doctor.
Correct. And then they followed you guys out. The other green man, who you found out basically was this guy's associates who had transformed, he grabbed the cage, and that's when Carlton, I believe, leapt at him and tackled him.
Yep.
And he wanted to use fire on the rash, and you guys were going to do it. So I picked up the green guy, and you were going to try fire on it. That's when the torch went out, and then a flame appeared in Carlton's hand and did not burn him. And he managed to go and heal the guy's leg and then heal all of you. And that's when the little fuzzy creature ran up and jumped in the old woman who was on fire arms, and she smiled and walked away, vanished, and the fire went out on Carlton's hand, and he realized he is not an X-Man.
They're probably for the best. Though he is emo enough to be an X-Man. And I think that's where we ended.
Yes, that's where you ended. So the guy who he is partially green, and moss and vines are all over him, but his leg it looks like a normal human leg, but it's got scars on it, and he is passed out.
Oh, someone tie him down in the back.
Oh, I guess I could do that.
You are our resident not expert. I think I'd be better with them by now, but
Corvault grabs I have to imagine there's some kind of chains or something in the car, in the pickup truck.
we have a bunch of spare parts in the back of that.
Yeah,
Most
starts
assuredly, there's something.
tying him up.
Is the guy they let out of the cryopod still there with us?
Yes, Ollie.
Oh, there it is. So you stole a ship, huh?
Well, I mean, some would say, some sectors in this universe would say that. I would say you borrowed it. I mean,
And then you crashed it here?
it wasn't my fault. I mean, the nav system just went splitzo on us.
Was this while you were in the middle of a spike jump?
No, we didn't even get to the spike jump.
What system is this?
That's a good question. That's what I'm trying to find out.
You didn't even make it to the spike jump, and yet you crashed on this planet from the nav system.
Well, I mean, maybe we could have spike jumped. I don't remember. I mean,
Where did you steal the ship from, or acquire the ship from?
I think I said drift system.
Well, I don't think this is any planet in the drift system that we're on right now. It's not like I can
Not like-
recall.
It's not like you have any real idea where we're at either.
Nope. All I know is we need to get out, whatever this place is, and nuke it from orbit. It's the only way to be sure.
I mean, we did tell Carlton to get that nav system up and working, but he was too busy crying and yada yada, and all we got was like, oh, there's a heat signature.
Give me a minute here. I'd like to attempt to kick the nav system and see if that fixes it.
Oh dear.
What, the nav system in F-350?
Yeah, he had it mostly working. I just need to see if it just needs a little beating to get it going all the way.
I feel like this is not a good idea.
Do you have fix?
Do I have fix? No, I have exert.
Okay, you can use. I'll let you use exert.
Oh, great. This can't possibly go wrong. No, apparently it can't go wrong. That's a 7. Jesus.
Oh, you kicked it right into the floorboard. That's what you were going for, right?
Yeah, I mean, it shows your location on the map that you uploaded, and then it flashes. You are here.
Well, it's getting better.
You're gonna hear the car alarm go off, just honk, honk, honk. Then F-350 will come online. Ouch. I felt that. That is integrated into my systems.
You liked it.
Oh, you're awake.
Yes,
How
I am
nice.
back online.
How nice. We were almost killed by vine creatures.
What is our location?
We are here.
Deep, deep in the jungle where the owls aren't at.
We're by a
Uh,
crash
the-
ship.
How far from where F-350 went offline does the nav system show that we've gone?
Probably like 15K.
We are 15K from my last remembered destination.
Well, you try driving through the middle of a jungle in an F-350.
What
Sorry
is
if
the
we're not-
situation's status?
Well, we've got permission to go to Sky City by the rulers there, to which they're probably going to kill us or attempt to enslave us and turn us into more of those crops because there's metal in our bodies now. And the riot was stopped, so they're no longer going to kill Shorter. And where did you go offline again? Oh, yes, we were attacked by a vine creature. I destroyed them quite handily. We were touched by vines inappropriately, to which most of us got rash. But it turns out that the woman who was on fire lit Carlton's hand on fire, and that got rid of the rash. Oh, and this is Ollie. He's a what did you do for a living, Ollie?
I'm in acquisitions.
He's an idiot.
Sure, and sure.
Mergers and acquisitions.
Mm-hmm.
Did you work for the children of the sector?
So to speak.
I see.
I'm gonna lean over to Anne and whisper, "He's a pirate."
Yarg. Very nice. Where's the rest of your ship?
Probably buried over there. He points over to where you entered that lab. It's like probably buried in the dirt and moss.
And the vines appeared after you crashed?
Yeah, kind of.
What do you mean by kind of?
I mean, I mean, I don't know if it was here before or after.
Well, you were in a room that said bio research lab. That's got to be a hint of something. Was that part of the ship, or was that here and you ran into it?
No, that was part of the ship.
It sounds like the vines were part of the ship then. Unless there was something else in the bio lab that you noticed.
Tell me, what was the status of your ship's locker before you crashed?
Oh, they sold most of the stuff when we got there.
Carlton, did you see anything useful inside the ship?
I believe he did not.
Yeah, we need to see if we can find something to repair the nav. Ollie, where were you when they found you?
Oh, in the cryopod. Carlton's in the back of the F-350 writing in his journal.
Slipped my wrist today, kind of liked it.
He is regretfully, he's deep in sadness that he is not an X-Man.
You know, Carlton, if you slit your wrist and use the blood on the tip of your finger to write with, it'll be a lot more edgy. Where is Carrington? Oh, goddamn, I've been playing too much Fallout 4 with Dr. Carrington. Where's what's his face?
Oh, you're talking about me?
Yes, of course, you. Do you know if there's anything within the cryopod that can be used to help repair the navigation beacon or give us a sensor suite that will let us locate things of use here?
Oh, I'm sure I could work on it. Pull some parts out of there.
Okay. You don't happen to have pyrokinesis, do you?
What?
Is that a yes or a maybe?
I never heard of no such a thing.
Oh, you need to play more role-playing games. Okay, F-350, how much fuel do you have in you of the liquid variety?
Let's see. How many days have we been on planet?
Oh, I actually have a
Yeah.
timeline here.
This
This is technically day 3.
Okay, so my batteries would have still been good, so I wouldn't have had to tap into my reserve biofuels. So I probably still have a full tank of biofuel.
Well, minus what Carlton and Ann dipped out to make torches last time.
Yeah, it wasn't
Ah, I see.
That's right. That's right.
okay.
Why does my fuel tank hurt?
It was
You were
one
right.
time we needed
It
torches.
feels different.
Well, we had to reach in deep to get there, okay? And we are going to have to do it again. I'd see if you can go through the spare parts and find any glass bottles or anything like that.
Glass bottles.
There are still the vines in there. I intend to make Molotov cocktails and burn them out before we go back in.
If there was any glass in the back of that truck, it got broke when we hauled ass through the field.
It should, we were not really hauling ass. I was only going 70, okay?
You can make a survive or notice.
A survive or notice. Let's see if I have anything in either of those. Well, I don't have a penalty in notice, so I guess we'll try that. That's a 5.
Okay, you find 2 like glass jars. They're like jagged, like the top was broke, but it's, it could hold some kind of liquid.
Okay,
See, I told you it was broke.
this will work. Okay.
Just
let me
tear
get-
up some of Carlton's old shirt. He loves the new one. He's probably never going to put the old one back on.
No, then he'll cry about it for a week and a half until we get him another band shirt.
I mean, what's going to be the difference?
That's actually a good point. Carlton, how's your wrist doing?
Not
Uh,
on
Could
fire.
You could replace janitor bots windshield washing fluid with biofuel and have him spritz many things, and then you deploy flame.
That might work. Okay, janitor bot, bend over. I'm gonna find a hose.
You see F-350's license plate flip down and janitor bot will hover out.
Okay, where's this hole in janitor bot I need to fill up with biofuel?
It's just a little screw cap on top.
I'm gonna unscrew the top and then I'm gonna open your biofuel tank and get a hose and just start. I fit into it. Don't worry, everyone. I used to do this with golf balls.
Yeah.
All right,
wait,
so you put what? Fuel in janitor bot, so he shoots out flame.
Well, no, he wouldn't really be able to shoot out flame. I don't see that being a very controlled process. Because like janitor bot, when he just starts it, picture like windshield wiper squirters, it just steady stream, and that would not be
Okay,
that'd be
okay.
very
So
conducive. So the
so
plan
it's
is for
more-
him to just hover in, spritz things and leave, and then they light things on fire.
Yeah, just bring a little line of the stuff
Yeah.
after, which will just.
Yeah, he'll just start lighting, or he won't be the one doing the lighting. He'll just be putting flammable liquids on things
Yep.
instead of cleaning them.
okay.
I'd like to remind everyone right now that Anne only has an intelligence of 6. So if this is a good idea or not, she has no idea. She's just going for it.
Depending on the hostility of said vines, you may need to help defend janitor bot.
Yeah, I'm not going back in there. Sorry to hear that, but yes, the vines are violent. You probably don't have to spritz all that much. Once we ignite some of them, the entire place will go up.
He is not the most structural sound of drones.
I'm going to look towards Ide and see what he's looking at.
I'm just waiting to see what you're getting ready to do.
Fine. Have him spritz everything. I'll be behind him. Don't bring him close to the vines.
Janitor bot will float along out in front of Ada, just kind of spritzing along, spritzing vines wherever he sees them.
I'm going to keep back with my laser pistol.
Okay.
It makes fire anyway. It's a laser.
Okay. Yeah, it's easy. I mean, you blast, you shoot you just a blast and yeah, it catches fire. Like this whole inside of this cave starts burning.
Okay, time to leave before I die from lack of oxygen and smoke inhalation.
Oh, you'll be
Yeah,
fine.
all the smoke is coming up.
How aggressively is this stuff burning when janitor bot stops putting fuel on? Like this vegetation, does it seem to be going on its own pretty good?
Yeah. Yeah. Once it catches, it goes.
All right.
Jalika plays in the background. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that desire.
I mean, can janitor bot push on safely through the tunnel and just lead the fire along just by kind of spritzing different things that look like they might need more fuel, or is it getting too hot and janitor bot is starting to melt?
Well, I mean, he has a rubber squeegee. We have to be careful of damaging them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Is this rubber squeegee kind of getting a little warped, or how hot is it in here?
Take off all your clothes.
Because I mean, if janitor bot can trail the fire along behind him, he'll just keep pushing in and dousing things that look like they need burning.
He can make an evasion roll.
I mean, I'll try it.
Mhm. Nice
What's
knowing you,
that?
janitor bot.
He died as he lived.
I've got a decent dexterity. Hey, that's a 6+1.
You rolled a d20, right?
Oh, I thought it was a D6. My bad.
No, it's an evasion roll. You
Oh.
got to D20 and beat your evasion.
Oh. Am I looking for above or under?
Above.
All right, where's my character? There's my
That's good.
notebook. I forget it's not on my phone. This one, it's on my notebook. Evasion. Hey, I made it. Do you beat it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. All right. We good.
So with a slightly warped squeegee, Jitterbot comes screaming out of that hole as the fire just kind of follows him.
Janitor Bot's internal temperature has reached 200 degrees Fahrenheit.
Don't have him go near any plants then while we're out here.
Does Jitterbot need a medical exam?
Absolutely.
Be gentle. Use the asbestos gloves.
Yeah, Janitor Bot is quite toasty.
He
gotta
is
let-
made metal.
We gotta let Andy have some fun.
I'm picturing like actually he's probably a lot hotter than that. He is metal, so I'm picturing like the top of him is kind of just steaming, and you can tell it's got that look that metal has when it's recently cooled down a little bit and it's no longer glowing.
It's all polarized.
Yeah.
Let us wait for the fire to die down a bit before heading back in there.
I'd still staring off into space trying to figure out what this pyrokinesis is you think he should have.
I'm gonna go through the spare parts. Can I find my shoes in there?
Yeah, you can find some shoes.
Near my clothing? Thank you.
Yeah. I totally missed an opportunity when we were in that fight with the dudes with the jetpacks. Janitor Bot could have just flown up and spritzed one in the eyes. Imagine get windshield washer fluid to the eyes with the bug get rid of her stuff.
That's the only way Carlton fuels anything anymore. Just spray him in the eyes. So just wait for the fire to burn down.
Yeah, you wait a little bit of time as you're waiting for the fire to go out and the smoke to finally dissipate. Corval doesn't really care. He's like, "Oh, I think I'll be fine."
Probably been rummaging for marshmallows the whole time, wanting to make s'mores.
Andy the android is sitting in F-350 with all the cords, wires still attached to him. And his screen comes on and then it starts to spit out like a bunch of random numbers and he gets a message.
Oh no.
Andy.
Borax 20 refueling station offline. The grist system. Is that where we are now? In order to be off limits by the ICAAOS. With our knowledge, has the grist system always been off limits? That we know of, or?
Y'all can make no rolls.
I would love to. Oh, I rolled a 6. With
You
I
mine
rolled a 6 as well.
Yeah, you've heard of the grist system, but no one ever goes there.
What is the date on this message on Handy Andy? Like, when did he receive this?
So in the last game, Carlton sent out a message. He boosted the signal and shot it out. And this is the return ping that you got. So you would know that every system has these buoys that float out in the system that instantly transfer messages. So there's actually a buoy out here.
At least we know we're in a discovered system.
Hold on, let me bring up my handy dandy sector map.
But we're in a system that's restricted, so we're not likely to be rescued.
Yep.
Man, the space cops are always causing more problems for us than they solve.
At least we are not in an undiscovered system.
Well, if we were in an undiscovered system, then we could just tell people where we are and they might come and get us.
Yes, the grist system. Well, that's highly unideal. It's not along the established trade routes.
Why were you flying us near it then?
I wasn't. In fact, I don't even know where I was flying us to.
How far are we from our initial start location?
No bueno, senor. Where did we start again, Peter? It was in.
Where did you guys start?
Wasn't in
Was
the
it there?
business system, was it? No. I
Was it in the herd?
think it was Herd. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It sounds familiar.
Okay.
We're quite a lot further than should be possible, actually, because we didn't have a spike drive that was supposed to get us that many jumps away.
I told you not to run all the red lights and nonsense.
Maybe I shouldn't have activated the nitrous.
What did you have Corval put in the spike drive this time?
No, it wasn't me who had it put it. I think it came with the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not going to get any help from outside, it seems, then. So,
Maybe the pirate can help us steal another ship, and this time we'll fly it for him so he doesn't wreck it into another. Well, wait, we wrecked here too.
tell me, Ollie, was there anything strange about the spike drive of the ship you had?
Specifically, was it one of the deconverted conversions?
That was Ellis or Brown. They, as he points to one of the guys, the guy who got tied up in the back of the F-350. They were checking on the spike drive. I went to the ship's locker. It was nothing.
When they were checking on the spike drive, is there anywhere they would have made notations on the status of said drive?
I don't know. I mean, maybe if they had like a data pad or something.
If they did, it's probably back in there where the fire's at.
The fire's just about bent itself out. Come on, Ide, let's head in. Make sure it's clear and safe.
Wait, what?
You have a telekinetic armory. You can shoot things. Or
Well,
cut.
yeah, but that don't mean I want to go back in there.
Ide, you are going in there whether you like it or not.
Oh,
Have
crap.
no fear. Janitor Bot shall scout ahead as soon as his core cools down.
I'd's gonna turn his telekinetic weapon back into a rifle again.
All right.
Would someone mind pissing on Janitor Bot so it cools down? Worked and we were soldiers. It should work here.
Well, that shouldn't take very long because Corval has to pee like every 45 minutes. So
He's gone twice since we've been here.
he's already been doing that. Oh,
Okay, Janitor Bot, lead the way.
Affirmative. And Janitor Bot will mosey on forward. I picture he's some form of hover bot, so he can probably hover like a small distance above the ground, but not like super high. Probably like maybe 9 foot is probably his max hover height.
yeah. So you enter, like, you can see this cave is all now burned out. None of the vines are here. There's some moss and stuff that looks scorched, but other than that, you come up to the door that is open, and there's some vac suits that were damaged. And you go through the bio testing lab door and enter the room that had you see the cryopod and some piles of vines and all kinds of crap in here. And then there's a door that won't close all the way. And there's some vines and stuff that lead into there.
Corval, get to work. Ide, let's go through this door.
Oh, Bill, I got a whiz again. Janitor Bot.
Step, Janitor Bot, what are you doing?
How big is the gap in this door that won't close all the way? I'm picturing janitor bot's probably roughly the size of a Roomba.
Oh, then he could, yeah, he can get through it then.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it's all
janitor
of
bot. Janitor bot shall check to make sure the coast is clear, and he'll hover right through the gap.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
like a-
room has got a bunch of small cages in it that are all open. And some moss and vines are in here.
Here's an idea. Can janitor bot live upload his video feed to one of the party's data pads so they can see
Okay.
what he's seeing?
Yeah,
Oh.
all right.
I have a comm pad, and do you have anything?
Yeah, your compad will begin ringing and it says janitor bot.
What is it? Like a comm or data? Yeah, I have a comm pad as well.
Or look at our comm pads. The new Skyrim game sucks. Oh, that's not what this is. It is janitor bot FaceTiming us.
Yep.
Figures.
Yeah, he'll push on past the cages then.
Any of the cages named Nicholas.
No, the cages are all empty.
Janitor bot, what do your robotic eyes see?
You see a bunch of empty cages and there's some vines that have grown in here and moss has been in here, but other than that, there's nothing.
Just a dead end room, no other outlets in this room.
Correct.
F350 will move janitor bot up to the faces of the cages and see if there's any markings or anything on the cages, like any labeling system of any kind.
It just says like experiment 1, experiment 2, experiment 3.
It seems as though there are a number of missing experiments.
Oh, good. This is going to go great, I can tell. We're on a planet inside the middle of a ship that crashed with bioexperiments that have all ripped their way out of the cages and killed most of the crew.
Well, that's true. Do the cage doors look ripped open or they look like they were opened?
That's a good question. They look like they've been opened.
It seems as though they were set loose.
Oh, good. They were freed by an idiot. Where's Ollie?
He's back. He's back at F350.
F350, lock Ollie inside and demand to know from him why the cages were opened.
F350 will lock the doors and ask Ollie.
Why were the cages opened?
Oh, the cages are open out. Probably Brown or Ellis did that when they got the infection.
Do you know what was located in the cages before they were released?
Some little fuzzy creature or whatever. Like, all I know is I went to go pet it and they get in the corner and be full of spikes.
Oh, they were Furbies.
Was it just a large number of these or other creatures as well?
Yeah, I didn't see anything else.
Returning janitor bot to the party.
This janitor bot comes back out of the room.
There is no further need to investigate this location.
Well, let's disassemble the cryopod and see if we can find any more of the ship here.
Yes, perhaps another entrance of some kind to the depths of the ship.
Does the cave go deeper, Peter?
No, this is all there is in this spot.
We might have to approach from outside to find more of the ship.
I'm not sure this is part of the ship. I think that guy's crazy.
That's also possible.
This whole time, my telekinetic gun has just been pivoting to every nook and cranny in this room. If anything moves, I'm shooting it.
Granny Smith's, the finest apples. How goes the disassembly of the cryopod for useful parts?
Corval's still working on it.
We can't exactly ditch him. Oh, wait, yes, I can. Leave Janitor Bot here. Let's go outside and see if we can scout anything.
Oh dear.
Janitor Bot shall go into watchdog mode.
I know how to motivate him to hurry up. We'll leave Carlton in here with him till he's done.
Ideally,
He'll skip most of his potty breaks for that.
he'll skip leg day.
Carlton is still in his journal.
Hey, Carlton, you know what would make writing in a journal even more awesome than what you're doing right now? If you did it in a dark, dungy cave, which is just made of pure depression and bent, destroyed life.
Next to Corvault while he's dismantling a cryopod.
Yeah. Why don't you go
What
do
am
it
I
there?
doing?
That'd be cool.
Corvault's already forgotten what he was doing.
Corval, go back in there and disassemble the cryopod. It has parts we need.
Okay.
We're trying to find the right bit. You're doing great, Corval. I'm very proud of you. You've achieved a great deal of things, and you are an excellent man and a very helpful mechanic.
Have I?
No one else,
Yes.
no one else could have
fishing
pulled
was
Janitor
top-notch.
Bot off the way you did.
That's right.
Yes.
Janitor Bot did not overheat because you had to pee so much.
Yes. You saved us all through the power of your dick. Go in there and finish the cryopod.
All right.
Thank you. Carlton, join him, please, where it's nice and emo and dark and dingy and there's death.
Carlton reluctantly picks up his journal and goes in.
I'll find you a new razor blade as soon as I can. Okay. F350, you can open the doors. Where's Ollie sitting?
He's just sitting in the back, relaxing.
Oh, good.
Exiting brig mode.
Do you have some understanding of this computer stuff?
Oh yeah, watch this. And I'll reach over and turn her compad off.
Very good. Try using Andy and see if you can scout any more metallic signatures anywhere that might be more the ship around here.
Oh, I'm sure Carlton programmed it to recognize voice commands.
Andy?
We'll try it. Andy,
Yes.
are there any more large structures near here?
Andy goes over and opens the door and peeks out over F350 and kind of looks around. Specifically, what are you looking for?
Well, I was hoping you were going to use the nav system.
Oh, I cannot interface with that.
We're looking for parts of a ship.
Have you tried a shipyard?
I try the nav system.
Oh, okay. I'll start just punching random shit on the nav system.
Luck roll. F350, do you understand any of what's happening right now?
Programming is not my strong suit.
That makes sense. Okay, let's see. The left button's connected to the green wire, and the green wire is connected to the femur. And no, I have no idea what I'm doing here.
I'm picturing that Ide is basically looking at Google Maps, and even though we're in the United States, he's got a map of Africa pulled up, and he's just, I can't find us. We're not.
No, click this button.
Actually, no, we do know what system we're in now.
Search on the navigation computer for this particular system. Perhaps we can triangulate a position.
Oh my God, he thinks. Grist system.
Okay. The nav system brings up the grist system.
Do we see any planets there?
No, it's a big blank screen.
It appears as though this data is confidential.
It says restricted by ICAAOS.
Oh, great. And we're going to trust the ICAAOS to pick their noses, too. We know Borax 20, the buoy, is out of service at the moment. So then, Does anyone have any bright ideas besides me driving around in ever-increasing circles?
You could use a surge pattern.
Given the orientation of this chunk of the ship that's underground, I suppose Janitor Bot will go back inside the. Or well, no, Janitor Bot never left the ship. Janitor Bot will search around the hull of the ship, just kind of looking at the walls and whatnot, trying to determine which direction this chunk of the ship is facing to try and figure out where more parts might be, if they're more likely to be, out in front of the cave, behind the cave, to the left, to the right, depending on how this chunk came down.
Give me a no roll.
Oh, well, that's a 3.
He knows. He knows.
So you would probably figure the ship probably broke apart.
Mhm.
And this is a section that survived, or you found that, impact. So there are other pieces. I mean, obviously there's the whole bridge and there's probably a cargo area. There's other pieces of the ship that are somewhere, but this thing obviously broke apart. This area survived.
Yeah. Is there any, I guess what I'm trying to figure out is, due to the direction that the piece that we're in is facing when it came down,
Yeah.
is there any likelihood that it'd be more likely it will find more pieces behind it or in front of it?
You can't determine that. I mean, you could
Okay.
probably search in a circle going out and just keep making a wider and wider circle.
Yes, I propose we start a search grid.
Okay, tell me where I'm driving.
F-350 will ping a circle on the map around this crash site.
Okay.
Okay, I'll begin driving us around looking for anything. Keep
There you
your
go.
eyes peeled.
Are you going to take Corvalt and Carlton?
Once they're done finishing disassembling the cryopod,
Yeah.
Where are you taking me? You hear a
taking you
voice.
to the home.
I
taking
don't want to
live
go
on a farm.
home.
We're taking you to live on a farm. It's very nice there.
That sounds nice.
You'll get to feed the horses and you can camp as much as you like.
All right.
And afterwards, I'll tell you about the rabbits.
And you can be a scoutmaster.
Yes, you can play with all the Boy Scouts and teach them.
I don't know what a Boy Scout is, but
They wear very short shorts. You'll like them a lot. They're similar to your short shorts, actually.
all right.
Once the first ring has been completed, you'll hear F-350
Recalculating.
No,
Oh dear.
he's not going to find this. F-350, you're not going to find the satellites here. Okay, Corval, did you find anything useful from the cryopod?
Did I find anything useful from the crowd?
I mean, you've got some parts and stuff that you can use. Some electronics, stuff like that.
I have some doohickeys that stick into the wangle-dongs.
Corval, I told you never to call me that when we're in public.
Calm down, Annie-May. It's all right.
No, it's. You know what? Just see if you can do anything to have the navigation system track metallic objects or anything like that. You need a mine detector or something.
It's
Metal detector.
it's still tracking heat signatures, and the only thing lit up is, I don't know, that cave you set on fire.
Well, see if we can get like a ground penetrating radar set up here or something.
just
It might be.
electromagnets.
It might be a firmware problem. I'll need somebody who's a little bit better with computers to help.
Alden, are you done slitting your wrists?
He sighs and picks up his notebook, looks at his hand longingly.
Carlton, if you are able to program the system to act as a ground penetrating radar, I hope it's fine metal. I'll let you tighten this bondage corset I'm wearing.
That sounds like a terrible deal. I'll take it.
Thank you. I didn't know your name was Carlton, but it works for me.
Thorvald's been eyeing that corset to go with his shorts since you found it.
Yeah, well, he'll see whose neck it's tied around soon enough.
All right, so you go ahead and you make another concentric, another circle around this crash site, and you're driving along, and then you kind of like hit a spot where the whole front end just kind of submerges. Like you break through like a sinkhole, and like some water comes up.
Nope, reverse.
It appears as though we have found a depression.
Well, Carlton's been in here for a while. I'm going to try and reverse us out of this mess.
Oh, this truck's so old, we probably have to get out and like lock the front hubs and shit.
Lock the rear diff.
You never unlocked the hubs.
Who locked them?
They've been locked since before we left.
Oh, great. I'm not repairing that.
So give me a pilot roll.
Okay. Hey,
Can
guys.
F-350 assist with his hydraulic manipulator arm, trying to push off against the
Yeah.
perimeter of this hole?
Yep.
In that case, it is 13 total.
Noise.
Yeah, you're able to just you back out, and you can see that you've kind of broken through, and some of the earth has fallen in, and some water's come up, and floating on top looks to be like maybe foam or something, some pieces of something are floating now on top.
Bang.
Oh, we found something.
And I'd shot it.
Oh, you shot the. Why?
Mine bullets.
Last time it was vines, and they grabbed my ankle. I'm not taking chances.
We're not going to be attacked by the foam. We're going to be attacked by the packing peanuts. Everyone knows that.
Where are they at? And I start shooting around in the water some more.
Yeah, you're shooting at the water, and this whatever, it's some sort of like foam material or something, and you're just blasting it, and the water's churning, and pieces of it are breaking off.
Do you mind not shooting anymore, please?
You think it's dead?
I think you're making me uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, but do you think it's dead?
I don't know it was ever alive. Carlton, I'm not talking about you.
I'll consider that as it's dead. I'll stop shooting for now.
Thank you.
Can Janitor Bot use his squeegee to pull the foam to one side so we can try and see into this pool?
Yeah, he just pulls it. It looks like foam or pieces that you would use as part of a ship. So this is probably a piece of the ship.
It appears as though this is some gel insulation.
Oh, good. About how deep on F-350 does it look like we fell?
This looks about like 4 meters deep.
Oh, lovely. Let me take a look here. Who's here still has the vac suit?
Nobody has a functional vac suit.
I had a feeling we were going to say that. Let me see. Does anyone have an Atmo filter?
I'm pretty sure that they were in with the grab chutes in the locker that got left open by the stowaway.
Yes, that makes sense. Well then.
Janitor bot can go into submersible mode.
He's not going to rust or anything and like short circuit in that water.
I mean, he is a robot literally designed for wet environments.
He's a miniature car wash. What do you expect?
Well, I don't know the science. Okay, Janitor
Uploading
Bot.
stream to your data pad.
Thank you. Janitor Bot, good luck. If you're not back in 3 hours, we're just going to be leaving.
3 hours.
I'd like to picture janitor bot squeegee just goes up like a periscope and then he goes down.
Yeah. So moving through the murky water of the pieces of this foam or insulation that's been blasted apart, kind of floating particulates in the air, in the water, it's floating. You see, and I'm guessing he's got like this little light.
Yeah, just a little itty bitty flashlight, so you maybe only see like 2 feet in front of him.
You spot a chair. It looks metal. It's got some kind of cushion, that you would sit in, and armrests, and it's got like on the base of it, looks like it rotates. It's got like a round base, and there's some kind of keypad on one of the armrests. It's got like a flashing red light.
Janitor bot will go investigate the flashing, see if there's any words or symbol flashing.
Janitor bot would know that this is like in low power mode.
It seems as though the ship is on energy saving mode.
Looks almost like a captain's chair by the fact that it swivels and looks comfy.
Indeed.
See if there's anything on the bridge like a log or anything of use we can rip out.
Yeah, janitor bot will look around. I'm assuming this visibility in here, because the water is filled with so much sediment from this sudden disruption.
Yeah.
That it's going to take janitor bot quite a while doing passes back and forth to try and find any like bridge consoles or anything else.
The thing is, you don't find any of that. This chair is like by itself. It doesn't look like it was like bolted to anything. It looks just sitting here by itself.
Janitor bot will kind of explore the full reaches of this water pocket. Is there anywhere else that this water pocket leads, or is it just this immediate vicinity?
Yeah, it's just like this immediate vicinity.
It seems as though this is the only piece of the ship here.
Corvold, can you make heads or tails of whatever this might be?
I can try.
Yeah, here, I'll show him the data, the compad.
Yeah, janitor bot will
nowhere.
do a 360 around the chair and kind of around the surrounding environment, and then go back to the number pad with the pad on the armrest that has the flashing symbol.
Does the data, so I'm looking at some data streams.
You're probably looking at janitor bot's camera.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's his video feed.
Yeah, so janitor bot showing Corvold the chair with the flashing thing and the control surface.
You can make a no roll if you want, Corvold.
I do. I'll know with intelligence. That's a 2.
It is. This isn't any kind of chair you've ever seen.
This does look familiar, but it looks comfortable.
Janitor bot, will you be kind enough to fish up my new chair?
Janitor bot does not have the payload for that. However, this whole How is it so deep that I couldn't could I use F-350's manipulator arm to reach down and pluck the chair, or?
Yeah, I
mean,
think if you got close enough, you probably could.
Yeah, F-350 will reposition alongside the hole to where the manipulator arm would have enough reach. And then zero in on Janderbot's signal. As Janderbot sets itself down in the center of the chair.
Look at that, Corval. Truck fishing.
Mom has gone fishing. Truck has gone fishing.
Yeah, so F-350 pulls out this like chair. It's got like a round base on it. 2 armrests. One's got like some kind of keypad on it. It's got a headrest. It looks pretty comfortable, like Corvold said.
Ollie, does this look familiar to you?
No.
Weren't you on this ship?
Yeah, but I mean, we didn't. I mean, there was 3 of us. We didn't really get a chance to go through the whole thing.
Okay. F-350, put the chair in your bed for now and get janitor back here. Yeah.
Yeah, Janderbot sat down on the seat of the chair, so when the chair got pulled up, it pulled Janderbot with it.
Okay.
We should weld that chair in the middle of the truck bed so we have extra passenger space.
I think
That
first is we should have either Corvold or Carlton or both of you investigate that chair in that low power mode setting control panel thing on it that's blinking.
Yes, perhaps there is data backed up.
Backed up data or maybe information on the ship or anything.
I know it's like to have backed up data. It's totally possible.
It happens at your age. Question, can we see a manufacturing date or any information written on this chair, like made in Sindum or something?
It says patent pending.
Oh, well, always. Well, that's not helpful.
When was the last time a patent was approved?
They don't approve patents, they only disapprove of them. And not many people thought he was that good of a general, to be perfectly honest. Okay, Carlton. Can you go ahead and try hacking this thing?
Perhaps we attach it to my power source to give it full power again.
That's a good idea. Corvold, can you arrange that?
Of
See
course.
like the little 12-volt cover thingy flip open.
Now, is this a Sindum or an ICAA adapter that it uses?
That's right. Corvold's got all the dongles and doohickeys. I'm sure he's got an adapter.
Master.
Yes, let me pull it out.
Yeah, pull out
And
your
he re-
dongle.
He reaches into his box of dongles and brandishes one.
Yes.
Let me just
So
rip it out.
yeah, you power it up. So this thing so it's got some kind of dirt and some sediment there still on the keypad, but you wipe that off and it's got like a series of like 9. It looks like a square with 9 strange symbols on it. And the chair kind of lights up. It's got a bunch of like, it's almost like track lighting, goes up the side and it lights around the base. And then it goes in weird patterns. It's like one of those Christmas things that you buy and it's got like 9 settings and you can change the tree to flashing, or it's like that. So it's going through all the different presets.
Yeah, it's in the display mode.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Carlton, can you see if this is hooked up to anything, if there's any saved data on this or anything like that? He's just moping around again, okay. Corvold, do you know anything about programming?
I once programmed a UI in Visual Basic once.
That's very good. The most I have is a Flash game I tried to make but failed. F-350, do you know anything about programming? I thought so.
No, I do not.
And let me guess, you are not an expert, brilliant programmer like your brother, are you?
I try to be as different from him as possible.
Well, Corvold, you're a lot smarter than the rest of us, and apparently he's moping around right now and depressed.
Can I finish my journal entry at least?
How long is it going to take?
As long as the pain lasts.
We're going to be here all week. Okay. Corvold, let's go give this a try. You lead the way.
Let's see, I'd reach for the glove box and hesitate. No, I gave him some yesterday.
Remember how to program the VHS, right, Corvold? I'm on it.
I can try.
You're our only hope.
So what am I programming? Sorry, I came in like halfway in, so I'm still trying to get my bearings.
We're trying to have you find out if there's any data on the chair because it seems to have electronic functions available to it.
On the chair itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got like a data interface on its armrest of some kind with a little display. We're trying to figure out if there's any data backed up on it.
Or if it's only
Gotcha.
It's got Jaggerfell's phone number on it.
8675309.
All right, so I guess Corvold will start deconstructing the chair, like removing the upholstery, to try to get at the just like the raw components underneath.
Anne was going to help, but seeing him start going at the upholstery, she just goes back into the vehicle feeling sick at the death of such a nice chair.
Yeah, I mean, like touching the upholstery in the chair for being submerged and the state you found is in really good condition. It feels really comfortable. Like you could easily nap in this thing.
Not anymore.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then maybe Corvold's gonna sit down and attempt to analyze it from a position of comfort.
Yes, and you feel it's sort of like it's form fitting, so it kind of fits around you and support, and it's got like lumbar support. It's got almost like memory foam.
Yeah.
Wow. This has data?
The armrest, the light thing.
I'm getting there. I'm just admiring it.
Give me a program roll or fix.
I'll take fix because that's a +1. I'll fix with my intelligence. Hey, that's pretty good. That's a 6.
Oh, nice. All right, give me a D100 roll.
65.
And a D8.
That's a 4.
All right, so you see Corval get in the chair and he's like really comfortable. And you can see it almost like the chair's like vibrating. It's like massaging. And he's got the keypad and it just seems like you're pressing these buttons and the thing's like, it's, you see it vibrating and moving. And then like, it's almost got like a massager in his back. And then all of a sudden these like two like coat hanger like hooks come out like this and stick right into his head, and you see this shock like electricity shoot right through his body and he vanishes, and they retract and go back in.
Is that normal for
You
Corvold?
want me to shoot it? Odds
No,
already got his gun
no.
pointed at the chair.
No, don't shoot the chair. Don't shoot the... Corvold, are you here? Corey? Corey Hart, are you here? Is there anyone wearing their sunglasses at night? What's going on here? I'm going to go up to the chair and wave my arm around it to see if Corvold's there.
No, he's not there.
Does anyone know if he had a hip replacement? Can we track the metal in his hip? Wait, he had a data slate, didn't he? I'm gonna look. Do I see the data slate, or does he still have it on him?
Hmm.
He would probably still have it on him.
Okay.
F-350, activate find location service and see if we can find Corvold's data slate.
Activating Lost Elder search program.
Who programmed that into you? How often did this happen that they had to program that into you? F-350?
Figures we lose the old man.
I'm gonna try and call Corvold and see if I can pick him up on the phone.
You pick up a signature. It's about 65 meters away.
Jeez.
Look around. Corvold?
It says that Corvald's location is 65 meters away.
Which direction?
So if it was a clock, like at 4 o'clock.
Approximately 4 o'clock.
Let's go.
Okay.
Todd's gonna get in the truck and immediately grab the old shit handle and the dash because he knows Anne May is gonna spin this bitch around.
Well, just been at much. It's 4 o'clock. I just have to go to the right a bit.
So yeah, you drive up, you're moving through this this jungle, and there's Corvold. I don't know if he's taking a nap or whatever, but Corvold, you see the F-350 pull up, the truck start to pull up as you are doing whatever.
This isn't where I was sitting.
Corvold?
How did you get here?
I'm gonna open the door and run up to him and check him, make sure there's nothing wrong. Does he still have all his limbs in the correct places?
Yeah, he looks.
Is he inside out?
No.
Who are you? Anne!
You remember me, right?
How did you get here so fast? I was sitting with you guys and then I was here.
You were about 65 meters away.
Man, time really flies.
Not really. These two coat hanger things came up and touched you and you appeared here.
I'm going to need to take another look at that chair.
I think I need to shoot that chair.
No shooting the chair.
No.
You might be able to teleport all of us somewhere.
What happens if the next time he pushes the wrong button, it teleports him down in the ground?
Then we will just have to wait for him to sprout out again one day. We'll have to water him.
There may be fail-safes in the chair to not allow such a circumstance as me rematerializing inside of a solid object. Perhaps whatever this chair was trying to teleport him to is below us.
Yeah, what button did you click, Corvold, on the chair?
The yellow one.
They're all yellow. Okay. F-350, can you check on your scanner? Does there appear to be anything here that you can see or make out?
I don't know that I have any scanners that would be good for that.
Do you detect heat anywhere? I mean, there just was a teleportation. Is the chair emanating heat?
That's true. We are able to pick up heat signatures. Do I pick up any heat signatures?
A little bit, yeah, because it is like a massaging and a heat chair, so it's.
Oh.
Oh. Damn.
Yeah. You can't
Other than
kill that
us and the
chair.
chair, no.
Well,
This thing's totally got an Audi logo on it.
Perhaps I'd excavates in the ground a small distance down to ascertain if there is anything below us.
that might be our best bet.
More digging?
You don't even have to get your hands dirty-eyed.
That's not the point.
What is the point? Do you have one?
No.
Okay, then, get digging.
Why can't Carlton dig?
Before
You
start
want his
digging,
wrist to get infected?
before you start digging, let me see if there's anything down there with my old party trick.
What old party trick?
Oh no, is he gonna do divining?
Corval?
Yeah, Corvold is going to attempt to find a metal rod. Yes, a divining rod.
Just unzip your pants. There's a metal rod in there nowadays anyway.
Yeah, I'm sure there's one from the scrap metal.
So
I'm going to look
Corvold
away as Corval whips out his rod.
Corvold's going to pick a piece of a metal rod out of the scrap metal and attempt divining with it.
Ah, yes.
Give me a survival roll.
Crazy thing is, divining actually kind of does work.
It does for water, I know. Seen people find water pipes with it and stuff, which is pretty cool.
I've seen people find
It's-
voids in the ground too.
It's a 4.
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking to see if there is because we're about to start digging. So I'm looking to see if there is any metal structures underground,
Any
No.
voids.
particularly ones that have running water to them.
You know, like a gas line or something. We don't want to violate any building regulation codes before we start digging.
You do pick up water, but then again, you are in a jungle. It's very wet. So
You have to call 811 and wait 3 days before you dig. Have to make sure there's no gas lines, electric cable,
Oh,
anything
no.
like that.
Any news, Corval?
Well, and as he's holding this rod in front, this piece of scrap metal in front of him, and he's like shaking it every now and then, just to for effect. Well, good news. There's nothing below us.
So,
You know what? I don't even care anymore. Corval, get the seat attached to the truck so it's not going to fly out anywhere. Let's just go.
no, I don't have to dig now. Thanks, Corvold. I just gets back in the passenger seat.
I got the seat, and Corvold's going to strap the chair in, and then try to strap himself in the chair.
okay, yeah, it lights up, and yeah, you're being massaged.
I was just sitting there looking at Corvold with his hand in his head, or his head in his hand, like, why does he not just weld it to the truck bed? He's got a meta tool.
Construction's too confusing, and I don't know if F-350 would like people randomly welding stuff to him.
Oh, he'll get over it. He's a machine. He
would
doesn't
not
even
approve.
have feelings.
Let's keep heading deeper into the jungle. We found one ship. There might be more.
Recalculating.
I don't care.
As you see the circle on the map get bigger for a larger search pattern.
Yep. Driving around.
Just follow the circle he drew precisely, even if there's a tree in the way. Just smash it with his face.
That's why he has the hydraulic manipulator arms with chainsaw attachments.
Unfortunately, I don't have those. That would be really neat.
That would be added. We'll get those when we get to Sky City. Yeah, so I guess we're just gonna follow a search pattern until we find anything of interest.
You find some scrap pieces of metal, obviously some more of that like plaster that you found from the ship. That's about it. I mean,
Okay.
you go for the next couple hours and you just that's all you end up finding as it starts to get dark.
And stomach rumbles. Okay. Anyone have any bright ideas? We could go back to the village and tell them that we saw the big titty flaming eye woman again.
The one with the dirt floors?
Yes, the finest of dirt floors.
We should go back and tell them that Carlton was stirring up a mob to attack them.
Or we could just tell them that mob was stirring up because people were killed near there and they're getting quite perturbed. Now, they said that 3 people were killed, but we only know of 1 being killed, and then the counselor who they said was killed also. So that means there's 2 other deaths that can't be accounted for unless they're counting those bodies we dug out of the dirt. Which I don't know if they'd count those as people. Ancestors, but not necessarily people.
There was the man by the harvester, the elder, and the old lady that got dropped.
Well, the old lady wasn't our. Yeah, that is true. She wasn't our fault, though.
I believe they still blame us for
Well,
the
they're stupid and they should
illicit
feel stupid.
literature.
They're stupid and they should feel stupid for it. Okay, let's go back towards the field and just speed run back up to the other place. That work for everyone, unless anyone has any bright ideas?
Engaging 4 high.
Thank you.
So you're headed back to Agraria?
No, I'm gonna head back to the camp with the other people.
Oh, okay. Where the Cavulo,
Yeah,
where
Cthulhu,
Shorter
we're-
is?
Yeah, we're just gonna leave the forest to do it though, and just drive up. They know about us now, so it's like they're not gonna care the city.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I'll
you
just-
see the harvesters, but you just see their, as it's night, and you just see the blinking lights as they're still, working, and you can see some people holding like lanterns, walking. So obviously they do some stuff here in the evening.
Mhm.
And you drive up to the camp,
Yep.
and there's a fire going. They've got their bonfire going, some people standing around, and everybody give me a notice roll.
Mm.
2.
That's 4 total.
Got 5.
I'd's basically taking a nap in the passenger seat. He's slightly awake.
Can I do a charismatic notice roll?
Oh, I thought I was napping. Corval's drooling on himself.
The chair is just covered in drool.
I mean, he's probably just dead to the world because this chair is so comfortable.
No, he's not noticing anything because he's busy trying to make sure those straps.
So what
are-
was the highest was what, 5?
Yeah, I got 4. F350 got
Yeah.
5. And it's just gonna come to a stop and slump in the seat, dead.
There appears to be a crunchy impaled on a tree.
Oh, God damn it, Preston. And was about to kick her shoes off. And you're like, God damn it. Okay. Hey, what's with this guy?
What's all the noise? Oh, I was almost asleep.
Someone's impaled to a damn tree again.
Preston.
Yep, most likely. I'm just gonna walk up towards the person impaled on the tree.
Yeah, you look. It looks like they have the similar antique clothing that the people from Agraria had, and there's some. They're carrying. They're not carrying. They're just lying out, stuck in a tree, and it looks like a shovel went straight through them and impaled them into the tree.
I'm gonna look around. Do I see any of the other people here?
The other people from the camp are like by the fire. They're just sitting around having some drinks, eating their packets of food.
How high
I'm
up
gonna-
in the tree?
6 or 8 meters.
Holy shit.
I'm gonna go to the middle where everyone's eating and go, Shorter, where are you?
One of the outsiders just said, he's resting now.
Get him up.
Where is he?
Where is he resting?
In his hut, resting.
Point me to it. I need to talk to him.
Well, he doesn't wish to be disturbed. I mean,
Well, I don't think that person impaled into a tree wishes to be deserved, but we just managed to save your entire village from being destroyed by Agrarius.
what do you mean?
Just take me to Shorter.
And I'm gonna get this guy down out of the tree.
I don't think we should rip him out of the tree just yet. There might be a reason for all of this. Some ritual we don't wish to, interrupt or piss them off.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
yeah, he points in the general direction, and you walk up, and there's these small little lights that are next to this one metal hut with like a red drape in front of it, and there are two probably guards, maybe, I guess they're just two of his followers just standing there with their arms folded.
Is he in there?
Yeah, he doesn't want to be disturbed, but
We gave him the middle seat.
F3
You did.
travel montage, max volume.
yeah, but we'll I mean, you guys are back, so we'll get him up.
Thank you.
So he pushes the red drape away, walks in. Like 2 minutes later, Shorter comes out with his Adams Galactic Champions, just a t-shirt. He's not wearing his robe, with some like cut off pants, no shoes. He looks visibly, this is probably the first time you've seen him. He looks exhausted, looks really tired. He's got like bags under his eyes. He looks worn out.
What's with the person on a tree?
The prophet spoke?
This prophet with the female with the flaming eyes?
I don't know about this. I don't know of this, who you speak of.
What prophet spoke?
Well, I think we've been through this. I spoke. I am the prophet. And he starts to point around the camp. And as you look in the dim night, you can see other people impaled in trees and bodies. Like there's one like laying on the side of one of the huts. There's probably a total like 4 or 5.
What do I have to roll to maintain composure and not completely look like I'm freaking out? That be talk.
Deception.
There is no deception.
It's
There's some version of sanity in this game, wasn't there?
No, the system strain, not sanity.
I thought there was mental strain too.
That's for psionics, and that's system strain again.
Oh.
Yeah, it's torching that invokes it, but
Didn't one of us go crazy though at some point?
That was defiant.
But I think there was
you
some
can make a
mechanic that we were
survive
using,
roll,
'cause-
I would say, kind of like you're trying to keep composure.
Okay. Would that be a survive what? Survive wisdom, survive charisma, survive...
You tell me.
I'm going to try charisma because she has a pretty
Okay.
good poker face. Okay, that's 5 minus 1 plus 2, so 6 total.
Oh yeah, I mean you can hold it together.
Why did they have to be strung up against buildings?
They came and attacked the village. Told you
What?
the prophet would protect us.
How did they die? What did you do to them?
They couldn't do anything. They died by their own hand.
They killed themselves 8 meters high into a tree with a shovel.
It sounds like they got their just desserts.
Sounds like a suicide to me. Now, what do you mean they did this to themselves?
They came and threatened us. They did it to themselves. I told you I
What?
could protect the village.
What happened after they threatened you? How exactly did they die?
Looks like a shovel to the chest.
Yes, 8 meters high in the air. Who put a shovel through someone 8 meters in the air?
Wasn't
Can you
me.
throw shovels? Can you throw shovels to that string?
So someone lifted them up and threw them 8 meters in the air, then someone else threw a shovel into them.
That would be pretty badass.
It would, but I
I'd
don't
like-
think that's what happened here.
Or someone put a
I-
shovel through them and then lifted the shovel with their dead carcass on it 8 meters in the air and stabbed it in a tree.
Yeah, Shorter, what exactly is going on with all these dead people? You said they came and attacked you, and now they're dead. Did Preston do this?
He would like to claim so, but I do not believe that he did any of this.
Then who, by whose hand was this done? Physically, by whose hand?
I
told you.
believe Shorter might be a psionic.
You're psionic, Shorter?
The truck speaks great wisdom. I guess you could call it a psionic. I do not subscribe to the Church of the Eighth Divinity or what other schools there are.
So you use your psionic powers to kill these people.
Well, that was the result.
Of them coming to attack you, correct?
Correct.
He didn't mean
Not-
to
I
kill
did
them,
not
just
come
to
and
maim
find
them.
them. They came to find me.
Well, you almost had a mob of half a Agrarius coming after you today.
I heard that. Yes, I heard that that it was spreading throughout Agraria. Apparently, these few actually made it.
What do you mean? What was spreading throughout Agraria? The desire to kill you?
The desire to come and raid the village. There was some talk that some sort of inquisitor had turned them back.
Yes, well, about so you went ahead and well,
You knew they were mad and coming after you, so you killed some more of them for fun.
What was I supposed to let them come in here and attack me?
no.
Shoved them away.
Couldn't you have just turned them away?
What, told them to go? Told them
Yes.
to leave?
Uh-huh.
Apparently, you can fling them 8 meters in a tree with a shovel sticking out of their chest. You probably could have pushed them away.
Or just told them, begone thoughts, or anything. Now they're going to send even more people after you because you keep killing them. I know they did it themselves, but you could have told them leave.
You think that they would have listened?
You could have hit them with the not pointy part of
They
the
listened to me. What
Uh,
exactly? What are you hoping to accomplish with this? You're aiming for a full-blown war at this pace.
Oh well, we've gotten their notice for sure.
To say the absolute least, what are you planning on doing with their notice?
Whatever the prophet tells me.
I thought
Aren't you
were
the prophet?
Yes.
So what? Do you have split personality? Are you schizophrenic?
Id's gonna walk over and pop the glove box and pull out his brick of heroin and be like, "Do you have more than this in your tent?"
Maybe
What
he's
exact-
just a man who lives by his own wisdom.
He lives by his own rules. He's a rebel. Shorter, what's the plan?
The plan is to eventually leave this planet.
Yes, but what's the plan for the immediate future? There's going to be more of them coming back tomorrow. Lots more now. Hundreds even. Can you take on 100?
Oh, I'm very curious to find out.
I don't think either myself or your followers are that eager to find out. Look at you right now. You're exhausted. You look half dead.
He looks spry, just a little tired.
He
This is
looks
true.
dry for a dead man.
The rest of the followers around the area, how does their mood look? Do they look concerned by what has recently
They
happened?
look like
Do
it's
they look joyous.
it's another Tuesday night, just hanging out at the camp.
Just roasting marshmallows for the Scoutmaster.
Just eating some, packets of food, and, having their drinks.
Is Carlton off trying to get more packets?
What do you think's going to happen tomorrow then? And the next day? How long before Sky City actually sends personnel to deal with you if you keep killing their population?
Well, we'll deal with them.
How do you plan on dealing with them? You can only do so much.
Yes, that is true. There are limits.
Yes. And how close were you to yours today?
Oh, I would say not. I probably overdid it. I probably didn't have to use so much, but I had to make a proper demonstration.
That you'll go ahead and impale people on shovel heads if they come to your village?
No, that was just the bonus.
How many are dead?
How many are dead?
Yes.
I did not check them. I mean, maybe one of them survived. What is your intent?
How many came here? I mean, how many got away?
There were 5 or 6, I believe.
How many bodies did we see again?
You
was
saw
it?
about 5.
5. Playing a very dangerous game, Shorter.
It's the only one to play.
Well, do you have any brilliant plans? We got their attention for sure now.
Good.
Good, yes. What are you going to do when they come down here to wipe you out then?
I'll have to deal with it.
And company, a word inside the vehicle, if you would.
Hold that thought. Come up with a better answer, please. I'm gonna head back. SF-350?
It seems as though these people are deranged.
Oh, you don't have to be polite about it. How do you really feel?
Perhaps they are a problem secondary to the Sky City. Perhaps if they were dealt with, the Sky City would see that as a boon that we'd acquired for them.
Possibly, but I think Sky City can deal with them whenever they want to as well.
I'm not getting shoveled to no tree.
And also, they do have the ability to shovel us to a tree. And how many people have we seen here in this place?
That's a good question. How many people are in this camp? Right now, you see about 24.
I don't
You
think
have
we
to
can-
remember, they have no firearms.
They don't have firearms, however, they are quite violent. And how long can we survive even with firearms? I mean, I can only drive over so many before your frame axle gets, jammed up by corpses. And then they're still shorter. So do
He's
we take
weak
out-
right now. He said it himself, he overdid it.
Damn it.
If there was ever an opportunity, should we choose to take it, now is a good time.
You want
You're
me to
right.
shovel them
Okay,
to tree?
fine. I get your armory ready. Give me half a second here. Everyone
Really?
gets your
You
guns.
act like I ever take this stuff off when I'm awake.
Well, I don't know if it hurts you or anything. Is it work for you to keep that invisible mine bullet thing ready, or are you fine with it?
Oh, I'm fine with it. Sometimes I make it invisible. Sometimes I let y'all see it.
Sounds good to me. Okay, we kill Shorter, and then everyone claims that I'm the one who got the last shot on him, even if I didn't. I have a plan. Is it a good plan? I have no idea, but we're about to find out.
I think this is the best course of action. It would gain us further access into Sky City from where we can negotiate from a position of strength.
Okay, fine. Peter, how far away from Shorter in F-350?
Probably like 30 meters away.
Oh, well, I believe that's actually the normal range for the laser pistol. Okay, I'd step out with me and keep a bit further back. Corvold, are you armed?
Yes, with knowledge and wisdom.
He's got his thighs.
Your thunder thighs will do better sitting in the back seat of the truck where it's safe.
What? Why are we killing him?
Keep it down.
Don't ask.
The
don't
windows are
tell.
still up yet. We're good.
Corvold, just sit back and enjoy the ride. Okay.
You see, Corvold, these people seem to be deranged lunatics at best.
Corvold, actually, there's a very good reason, but I can't tell you quite yet. You'll see in a minute, though. I'm gonna get out. Join me out here.
Oh, fine.
Perhaps if we kill the leader,
Yes.
the rest will scatter.
Actually, I plan on saying that we defeated him in ritual combat, and therefore I am the new leader.
Or
Okay.
they'll all turn on us and we'll get Preston's anger.
We
I
have a
don't
truck.
foresee a bunch of pagans with sticks making it through my armor.
You don't have any idea how thick these pagans are. Okay, everyone, join me on my mark. We all kill him at the same time. And I'm gonna walk toward Shorter. Okay, Shorter,
He's,
you have a
yeah,
good answer
for what?
for what the immediate goal is? It's getting off the planet, of course, but are we going to do anything now that you've killed these people, or are you just going to sit here and take it, have them send more and more?
No, that's why I was hoping you would have some kind of method to maybe move a harvester or take a harvester, and we could, or find a ship somewhere.
What are we going to do with a harvester?
Parts. I see that your vehicle's full of parts.
Yes, they're not from a harvester, though.
It won't make a ship either.
Yeah, where are we going to find a ship? We found a destroyed one that's ripped to shreds. There's no way we can fix it.
Besides, those Sky City doesn't come in here. If they
For
did,
now-
maybe we'd be able to take them down. Maybe use them to get back into Sky City.
We have a way into Sky City already.
Well, see, why didn't you just lead with that?
What is your plan here? If we get into Sky City, then what? There's going to be dozens, if not hundreds, of guards waiting for us there.
We'll figure it out when we get there.
Seems like a terrible idea.
As they're talking, I'm silently floating my invisible telekinetic rifle right over by his head.
Remember, keep it at least 1 meter away so you don't have the -4 penalty for shooting a rifle in melee. Shorter, I need to know. What do you know about the defenses of Sky City?
Not much.
What do you know about anything to do with Sky City?
I know that Agraria worships them. I know that they have been responsible for telling Agraria what to do for so long, and I'm tired of listening to it. And I found an alternate path. Now, it may not be pretty, and it may not make much sense, and it may be confused and misunderstood, but at least it's a path at this point, other than
And
just
what-
sitting there doing nothing like they're doing in Agraria.
You're doing nothing here.
Oh, I'm doing something.
What's that?
Obviously, getting agrarians to notice.
What do you want them to notice? That you're a bunch of lunatics who are killing their people?
If that's what they want, if that's what they want to believe, they can believe that.
Why do you want them to notice you so badly?
Because maybe they'll ask questions.
They're asking questions, right? Listen, we went to Agrarius and we met a woman there who takes the lake water and uses it to drink. She didn't need you to teach her that. She figured it out on her own. What questions are they going to have to ask? How many bodies are going to have to be piled up here? So they ask those questions. What do you want them to say?
As many as it takes.
It takes for what? What's the conclusion they're supposed to reach?
That it's all pointless.
What's pointless?
Their existence.
All existence is pointless with that attitude, but it can have meaning if you believe in it, if you give it meaning.
350 is going to start connecting to Anne's compad and broadcasting this entire conversation over the loudspeakers of the truck so that the entire camp can hear it.
Okay.
Listen, shorter, just getting their attention, getting people to come in here to die by your hand isn't getting them thinking. It's making them afraid. It's closing them off to the truth. They'll understand it's pointless when you show them a better path, not a bloodier path.
They think the Sky City is their ally, and you're the one trying to ruin their lives.
You're the villain to these people.
Well, somebody's got to do it.
No, no one has to do it. Sky City is their true enemy, and they can't even see it because you're down here turning their people into pincushions.
Perhaps this is why they have left you here all this time, as a welcome distraction for the people of Agraria to not focus their problems on Sky City.
As long as you exist here as a distraction, Agrarius and Sky City have a common enemy in you. You go ahead and you stop being the enemy. You be the person they look to for help, for resources, for security, and they're going to throw off the shackles of Sky City. They're going to see what that really is, that there's another better path available for them.
Yeah, they have no idea they could live out here and sleep on the dirt like you guys do.
They have no idea that they don't have to rely on Sky City for their water. They have lakes there. They don't know that there are creatures in the jungle. They don't know that there are alternative places to get food. They don't know that they don't have to run the harvesters forever. No one's told them they don't have to. They're living in fear.
Well, that one bunch did kind of know they didn't have to. They said they only do about 2 hours work a day.
Well, that's all they do is 2 hours work. They're lazy. But the point I'm trying to make here is it's not Agrarius or Sky City we have to attack. We have to go ahead and show them through their own council in public that they do not have to worry about Sky City. We have to show them the water is clean. We have to show them they can get food. We have to show them that we can keep them safe from Sky City. Now, would you rather do that, or would you rather just keep pinning them to buildings and trees? Listen, you said someone has to be the villain. I'm giving you the option of being the hero.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So, what do you say? Shall we show them that you're not a bunch of monsters? Or do you want to keep pinning people to trees?
I'm going to defend the village if I
I'm
have
not
to. But
telling
I'm
you
okay. But I'm not going to go into Agraria and cause problems. It sounds like you have a plan.
The beginnings of one, yes. But I need to know, how much food do you have supplied? Where's Agrarius get its food from? Where do they get their supplies, their clothing, all of that?
Let's discuss this in the morning.
Okay. Come on, Ide, let's get some rest. I'm gonna head back to F-350.
You gonna drive me around till I go back to sleep?
Fine, sit down. I'm gonna head into F-350 and slam the door shut, annoyed. Well, F-350, you got any bright ideas for what I just said? Because I have no idea how I'm gonna pull it off.
It is a tricky situation.
Carlton knows how to manipulate the mob in Agraria.
He does, unfortunately, not in our benefit.
If we could teach him how to aim it a little bit.
If I can get up on stage, I should be able to convince them of just about anything. Unfortunately, that's not the easiest thing on earth to do right now, especially with a bunch more dead bodies.
We could put you on the roof of the truck.
We could, though I don't know what I'd say.
Well, there is that.
Yes, the problem is the council is still in existence, and more important than the council, whatever security forces they have with the council.
I doubt there's much security. The council's part of Agraria.
They are. However, I wouldn't be
Perhaps.
surprised if they had some assistance. Yes.
Perhaps Shorter's followers could be persuaded that he is a fraud. Should
Well-
I'd show the same capabilities?
Yes, but what would that gain us?
More dead.
Shorter seems to be a problem in the plan.
We don't even have a plan. Hold on, I'm gonna take us for a drive around the Badlands so I can try and get everyone back to sleep. And I can think, because I think better when I'm driving in real life too. But okay. I don't know if Short is a problem or if he's the thing we need for this. At the moment, he's a useful idiot that's caused more problems than he's worth.
Exactly.
But that could change.
I
And
could
should-
shoot into a tree.
Should Shorter's followers' faith be shattered in him, his followers may yet prove useful.
But what would we gain from that, though? The followers, if we shatter their faith, will just become an unruly mob. They'll look
Not
for
if their
purpose
faith is installed in another.
in who it won't be an Ide,
I could be
because
the
Ide would
prophet.
demonstrate the same powers. They know it's bullshit. So who do we put their faith in? Because it won't be in religion.
Perhaps that burning lady that you described.
But if they saw her, yes, but I have no way of bringing her here on a whim. It's not like I can just wish her and bam, she'll be in the middle seat in the back here. See?
They seem to be fairly gullible peoples. Perhaps you describe the circumstances of our arrival and salvation.
Oh, you want me to go up there and say, oh, I'm the prophet of the burning fox lady, and we're here to save you. By the way, the other prophet you just worshipped was fake, so follow us if you want salvation. You honestly think that's going to work?
It's worked for
That
centuries.
sounds like a terrible idea.
We're going to shatter their faith and then claim that we're their new faith.
Yep.
It
With no
seems as
ability
though,
that we're faithful.
well, it seems as though all their faith is based around Shorter. Should Shorter be proved a fraud and a new actual plan put forth in front of them, they
Shorter
might
is a
see the
sector.
reason.
If we could convince them we could capture Shorter, tell Agrarius that everything, all the killing was done by Shorter and that we're here to help them now and have Shorter put on trial and executed. That's a
Exactly. Agrarius would see that as a boon, as would Sky City. Shorter is a known outlaw. Whether they would openly admit that they let Shorter be just to bother Agrarius is another matter entirely.
They can't openly admit that. Agrarius would go into full-born revolt.
Exactly. So they would have to acknowledge this great boon that we did for them.
How do we capture Shorter then? He's powerful enough to kill 5 people like it's nothing at least.
Not like it's nothing. He was about to collapse.
As he said, he went overboard with it. And it does seem to be quite a bit overboard. And how would we get him to come willingly to his death? Or
I've got a bunch of heroin.
I have an idea.
That'll work.
If we could convince him that he'll be a martyr that would gather everyone's attention by admitting that he did it, and that he would lead his people to salvation and the beyond through his sacrifice, he might be capable of being moved in that direction, such as that one guy from that stupid planet named Dirt or whatever it was, who accepted a cross.
It is possible,
Maybe.
however, Shorter seems the self-serving type.
He does, but he also seems insane. He might believe that if we killed him, that he'd just come back.
Do you know if the people that live in his encampment actually look up to him,
Oh yes.
or if they
Trust and worship at
just
his
deal
feet.
with it. Well,
They
that's
call him-
one.
They call
Yes.
him the prophet. He
They
calls
do all-
himself the
Let-
prophet.
What
That's
if
two.
let's think about this for a moment here. What if we convince him that by sacrificing himself, his soul would be transferred into Ide's body through the psionics?
Wait,
A
what?
new body with even more psionic powers, he might think that would make him even stronger.
I have had an idea.
Go for it.
Perhaps his power, quotation marks, could be put to its fullest test. In the eyes of his people, he should survive anything, including an execution.
That is true. If he can survive.
Should he refuse said said plan, it would prove that he is in fact not divine and not an all-powerful prophet.
Well, what do we gain by, again, shattering their faith? We want them
People-
to be faithful to us, not have
People
shattered
who
faith
have
and confusion.
just lost their faith are often extremely malleable.
I expect them to be extremely malleable. Question is, how do we make sure that they're not just going to become an undisciplined rabble? And a bunch of infighting warlords, if you will.
We'll get Carlton to teach them the ways of moping.
Well, that's always a useful talent, though it's better if they stop slitting their wrists. Damn it.
That's the advanced course.
That's level 2 in Burning Ladyology. Well,
Carlton can teach the accelerated classes. They can
Perhaps we
separate
are
them.
going about this in the wrong direction. Perhaps we go to Sky City first, see if we can negotiate for taking care of Shorter and his crew.
why do we even care about? We want off the planet. Our one goal is to get a ship and leave.
Exactly.
And you think we can
What if we-
negotiate with Sky City that if we kill Carlton and his crew, Carlton, I'm sorry, but you keep pulling on this damn choker, and I'm having a hard time driving and breathing in it. If we kill Shorter and his crew, I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. That's for next session where we kill Carlton and his crew.
F-350 activate self-destruct.
Don't do it. If we kill Short and his crew, they'll give us a ship to leave on. That's what you're hoping, correct?
We could propose that idea. However, should they still refuse, we still have somewhat of a favor to occur with them.
We have a pirate. in the
Perhaps other work can be tasked from them.
The
I
pro-
think we should get our options from the Sky City before we make any decisions on a course.
Yeah, the problem with that is, again, as we've stated, Sky City's probably allowing him to continue existing down here. I don't think a dozen of those flying things would really struggle with taking out him and his people.
I don't think 2 of them would.
It depends on how powerful he is, and that's why I said a dozen. Just make sure you wipe him off the face of the map effectively. Well, we'll talk with Shorter in the morning and just get a general idea on what he's thinking. Then we'll head to Sky City the next day. In the meantime, we need to rest and prepare. How's your battery looking, F-350?
It is good for 6 days, and then I begin burning biofuel.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get you a charge in Sky City. Sorry about that.
Is there a Tesla F-350 Cybertruck charging station up there?
The fast charger, we don't really have time for the whole, 16-hour thing.
I can't remember if it's 1 or 2 type B power cells that I'm run on, but
You have 2 Type Bs.
oh, then it's 12 days that I'm good for.
Okay, good.
It'll take a whole day on a fast charger to top all that off.
Well, it's better than nothing. Okay, let's head back to the outskirts of the village and get some rest then. I'm tired.
All right. So you drive back to the village.
Yeah.
Middle of the night. You pull up. You see a figure come up to F-350 and look up at the chair that's strapped to it.
Gonna roll down my window. Yes?
Oh, cool. And you realize this person is Memento. Where'd you find that chair? That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, Corvold got it recently.
Who's
Orvald's
that?
in the chair.
Check your notebook.
We've
We're on the
met
list.
before.
Oh, we have?
Yes, we're on the list.
I'll have to check my
Memento,
list.
I'm sorry. This is my chair.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay. It's really nice. So I just wanted to let you know.
I know.
Yes.
Thank you.
You look
It
very
is,
comfortable in it.
Didn't you say that?
I couldn't even tell we were driving.
Didn't you say, Carlton, that the numbers on that number pad were in strange symbols?
Corvold did say that.
Yes.
Memento, would you recognize these symbols?
I'll have to, yeah, whoever's talking to me. Okay. And he climbs
Remember
up
back
an
when
F.
we studied Klingon.
He climbs up F-350 and looks at Corval sitting in the chair and then looks at the pad. He's like, no, these don't look familiar.
Hmm. Well, thank you anyway.
Oh, okay. Are you guys staying here tonight?
Most likely, yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nice.
Where are you staying?
Well, here, of course.
Oh, good, good. Scavenge anything interesting recently?
No, there's like a crash ship that's nearby I've been looking at, but I didn't find it. I don't know how long it's been there.
Quite a while, most likely already picked and scavenged over.
Yeah, I don't know if it got caught in like the freak storm. There was a freak storm that came through here earlier.
A
Wow.
freak storm?
Yeah.
What type?
Oh,
Lightning, rain?
No, it was nothing like that. It was like almost like a tornado or something. This planet's
Wow.
dangerous.
Ah,
That's
I see.
scary.
I think he may be picking over the ruins of yet another ship.
no, F-350, that's our ship.
But what if it isn't? We
Whereabouts
didn't
is-
experience a tornado or a storm.
No, but the tornadoes do exist on this planet. We've seen them a few times appear where Shorter was, when the general location of the fire here.
Perhaps he has found another location, though. If
Whereabouts
not,
is,
we just drive to our old ship.
whereabouts is this ship that you found?
Well, you guys are friends, I can tell you.
You can.
He starts to describe the location of your ship.
Damn.
Yes, so that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe in the
don't worry.
morning I'll go back there and look.
I'm gonna lean out the window and whisper, "Don't worry, your secret's safe with us."
Okay, good. All right. You guys need anything like some food packets or stuff?
I think we're good for now.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Thank you, though.
All right.
Thank you. Very kind of you.
Okay.
You're a good friend, Memento.
Oh, I'll have to write that in my notebook.
Well, good night. Get some rest and sleep well.
Okay, I will. Yeah. And he goes and lays down near the fire and curls up.
I just want to go to sleep, and now we're driving back to our goddamn ship. Here we go again. Okay, F-350, what are you hoping to find on our ship that we haven't found already?
Oh, I was not suggesting we drive back. I was just merely suggesting if he had in fact found something different than our ship, but he described exactly our ship's location.
You're going to see her just put the clutch back in, hit the emergency brake, and slam her head against the four-wheel. The forehead against the steering wheel. F-350. Go to
Yes.
sleep.
I do not sleep.
Well, relax or something. I'm going to sleep.
350 sleep mode.
Yeah, she's going to kick off her shoes and just fall dead in the driver's seat, like done with life and everything.
Okay. So you guys all fall asleep.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
Orville's
like
already
a ton of
sleeping.
bricks.
Yeah,
I'll drop the passenger seat back almost right in Carlton's lap and just go to sleep.
the fire dwindles down, and most of the people in the camp go and retreat to their little homes and go to sleep. F-350, as you're kind of like in whatever mode you're in, I don't know, standby or whatever, because you never sleep.
Yeah,
So you're
yeah.
watching all of this happen. You see some movement on top of one of the huts. So this is probably a person that was thrown and whatever happened, and they're starting to move. And like you see them moving on top of one of the, because the roof is kind of like this, like a dome, and they're kind of like pitched on top of it. They're trying to like move themselves off, and you see them slide right off the roof and crash to the ground. And they don't move. There's no movement, in the camp. Nobody gets up, and they just kind of like try to They try to stand, but they can't. They kind of like fall back down.
The dome light will come on inside F-350. Does anyone wake up?
What's up?
I hope not.
What's
It
going on?
appears that there is a survivor
Where?
by that hut.
Damn it. I'm gonna open the door and slip out and just kind of sneak run up to him.
Give me a sneak roll.
Oh boy, I would love to. I was just thinking to myself, what I would like to do right now? Roll a 6 on the sneak roll plus 2 minus 1, so 7.
Yeah, you don't disturb. You go past these huts. You don't disturb anybody. You
I'm
walk-
going to.
Go ahead.
Yeah. How close can I get?
You get right up to them.
I'm going to go ahead and just put my hand right over his mouth and then my other hand to my lips and go, shh, shh, shh. I don't want to hurt you. I want to get you out of here. Not if you understand.
You look at them. A quick check, like a quick examination, you would look, and their leg is compound fracture, like the bone is sticking out.
Okay.
And they've got some bad bruising, like on their arm, in their arm and face. They're wearing the antique clothing. I mean, they're obviously an agrarian.
Yeah. Be quiet. Understand?
Yeah, they nod, and as they're nodding, and you've got your finger over their mouth like this, their eyes get really wide as this light comes from your other hand, and it is on fire. There is no pain, but your hand is like literally on fire, and they're like, as you can see, their face lit up by the light.
I'm probably gonna scream. We're like, what the hell?
It's a level 10 biopsionic ability you didn't know you had.
I didn't even have any idea. I'm gonna start waving my hand around, probably all over him. Like, oh my god!
Put it out! Put it out! Put it out! Put it out! Is it
And
just
I'm
like
gonna-
slapping him?
Let me check something real fast here. That's high enough for a no. Then I'm going to remember that the same thing happened to Carlton, and I'm going to put my hand close to his bruises and see if they clear up or anything.
Okay, yeah, as you're doing that, everybody who is sleeping, give me a notice roll.
I think it's like a DC 2 to hear me scream. She is very loud.
I got a 5.
What's more important is maybe half the camp might witness this.
But you see, I got a 0.
He is sleeping through all of this. So people start coming out of their huts and looking around as you're screaming with your hand on fire. And then you realize that you start touching his face, and you can see it, like there's a little bit of like almost a scar, but it heals. He begins to yell, but then he instantly stops as he realizes it doesn't hurt at all.
Let me see your leg, and I'm going to I'm going to attempt to heal his leg.
You gonna put the bone back inside, or you gonna heal it on the outside?
Just try and set it correctly.
So as you put that hand like on his compound fracture and pull away, you can see that his leg looks scarred, but looks like a normal leg.
What the? I have healed this man.
Looks
You're gonna
better
hear
than
over-
molds.
You're gonna hear over F-350's loudspeaker.
Behold a miracle.
I am Anne May, savior of the stars.
You will hear Odd's eyes rolling.
Yeah, everybody's watching you. The fire just goes out.
I'll act like it was completely meant to go out at that point.
Like wave your hand.
Rise, my child, I have brought back life into you.
So this person who has sustained serious injuries on the verge of death now gets up and then realizes the whole camp is looking at him, and he is healed, and he turns and bolts. He starts running through the jungle.
Everyone's a critic.
And everybody's just standing there looking at you.
Or Shorter has brought you death. I bring you life.
F-350, turn the radio up so I don't have to hear her. I'm going back to sleep.
Give me a talk roll.
Oh boy. Ooh, it's a good thing I have extra dice. I like it. 9. Like to imagine F-350 has Amazing Grace or something playing.
Yeah. Everybody can make notice rolls again.
Oh boy.
It's like choir music in the background. Just that's a
2.
3.
I got a 2.
He's still sleeping.
I'd
2.
Do we see Corvald like move a little bit? I was watching that.
Imagine like he stirs. "Arr, don't put that on me. That's a gaudy color."
So Ann, what did you get?
9.
Okay, Memento gets up. He's like, I'm gotta write that in my notebook. And you are looking, you see everybody in the camp. Most of the people have come out at this point. They're all looking and just focused on you. And you look over and you can see Shorter has come out of his hut, and he is looking at you, and he just kind of nods and walks back into his hut.
Rest easy, everyone. You are safe. I'm gonna head back to the truck.
As soon as she opens the door, Odd's gonna be like, I'm trying to rest, but you keep putting on your shows.
Oh my, I have no idea what's going on. My hand was on fire. It doesn't hurt, but my hand was on fire, and I'm very concerned.
I told you to watch letting Carlton touch you.
some pee did come out. F-350, did you see what happened?
Yes, I did.
You're smarter than I am. What happened?
I am unaware, perhaps some cosmic energy.
I don't like it when you say you're unaware, F-350. My hand burst into flames and it didn't even hurt. I'd poke my hand.
I'd's gonna pull out a knife if he's got one.
No, don't stab, just poke me.
Poke you.
Yeah, poke my hand.
He's just gonna like blindly flail while he's still facing the truck door, just trying to poke at her hand.
I'm gonna make. Do I still have feeling? Are my nerves still working?
Yeah, feels normal.
Well, I'm still fine. I'm not going necrotic or anything.
Oh, good. We can sleep.
Yeah, I'm
What's
gonna.
more important is that village people have seen this.
Good point. Lock all the doors and windows, and then we
In the
can.
Navy.
Don't worry, we'll have them singing soon enough.
Perhaps you should describe to them this great burning lady before they go back to sleep.
Do I have to? Fine. I'm gonna put my shoes on and stuff. Friends. And I'm gonna pull out my laser pistol and start the fire again by shooting it.
Okay, yeah, the people who are they were getting ready to go back into their huts. They come back out.
Sit with me or stand while I tell you the story of the burning lady.
Okay.
Our ship flew amongst the stars not long ago. One day, we were brought here by the burning lady. She told us to come and act as your salvation, the bringers of peace to this world and freedom from its oppression. She gave us the power to do it, as you have witnessed this night, to heal and to bring purpose back to your people. I am the prophet of the burning lady. If you wish salvation and peace, strength and prosperity, then you will join me in my crusade across the stars in this land.
It's at this moment. Yeah, it's at this moment that F-350 is going to use the mirror on the side of the truck to catch the firelight and point it at the symbol that's on the side of the truck.
Okay. Very
There you
good. Yes, the wolf looks like it's on fire.
Who here will join me in my great battle against the heathens of this world and the unworthy?
Give me a talk roll.
Oh boy.
Get a bonus die.
Oh boy. That I will gladly accept.
It's gonna take his leather jacket off and put it over his head while he's trying to sleep in the passenger truck.
That's a 12 total, thanks to the bonus die.
There's a lot of nodding that you have their attention.
Good. Tomorrow morning at sunrise, meet me out here again, where I can preach to you the word of the burning lady.
We will. We'll be out here. What a
Go,
great
my
day.
children. Go.
What a great day it's been. There's some hushed tones talking as they retreat to their huts.
I'm going to glance behind me. Do I see a Preston with a pike standing there?
No.
Oh, good, good. Okay, I'll go back to the truck now. Anything else, F-350, before I get in here and comfortable?
Other than we should make sure Preston does not spear the man you just saved.
I'm going to sit in the driver's seat.
We should find Preston.
It's a good idea.
If that man makes it back to Agrarius, he will also tell of you saving him.
Yes, I vote we go get the man then, as opposed to looking for Preston.
It would seem more natural if you released him and he made it back on his own.
Do we know where Preston is?
Scanning.
As F350 just begins panning the camera that he has towards everyone in the camp.
So yeah, give me you can give me a notice roll.
Yeah, that's a 6.
So you didn't notice him amongst the crowd that came out or went in.
Well, if he hasn't left yet, the other person has a hell of a head start. Or he's patrolling around the area. Would you like me to just drive us behind the guy a little ways and keep an eye on him? for now?
Yes, let us keep a distance. The more natural it seems that he made it back, the better.
Okay. I'm going to put the clutch in, put us into first, and start heading out.
All right. You start to drive out. Give me a D6 roll, Corvault.
Uh-oh.
6.
So you wake up as the vehicle is
Wow.
moving.
This is nice. So he would like just stay like absorbed into the memory foam aspects of this chair.
So you're driving out into the jungle. Give me a pilot roll.
Okay. That's 8.
So you're driving very, making your way. You've got the whatever lights on. I can't imagine you have your full.
Now
Those
we're running
run-
just the fog lights.
Fog
Yeah.
light. Yep.
You catch after about like half an hour. You catch a figure, which was the person that you saw in the camp, like moving through the jungle, and they break out, and you can see them running across the wasteland.
Stay on the edge just to make sure he makes it.
Yeah, you
Make
see
sure
him.
that there's a second figure with a spear running after him.
You do not. You see this person run across, and like the first house they get on, you can see a light come on, and they go, immediately inside.
Okay, F350. Wake me up as morning comes.
Indeed. That man will spread the message faster than any wildfire.
And
The wildfire.
you drive back to the camp. You get your rest. The morning comes, and as you wake up, the whole camp has crowded around the vehicle,
Oh, good heavens.
and they're all eagerly awaiting.
I hope you dreamt up a sermon.
I'll find out soon enough. Okay. Ide, you ready to deal with violence if necessary?
Violence.
Yes. Or
No.
I'm going to come up with a signal. I'll make it up on the spot, so be looking. And I want you to levitate me into the air slightly. Okay?
You're gonna have to stand on something.
Well,
I let you roll. We could. I think the rule that I put in, since you did it before, we can do that. So
Okay.
I'm wearing shoes. Isn't that enough for you? They have rubber soles. Fine, I'll figure something out.
The
Yeah.
chair.
The chair.
Yeah, there you go. Sit in Corvault's chair and I'll float you around.
Corvault, do you mind if I borrow your chair?
I guess.
Yep, he minds.
As he grumbles and gets up.
Yeah, loosen it up. Here, real fast.
Treating it, or you find some skin flakes as he's in there, as he like sits into them.
Janitor Bob, do you mind?
the janitor bot comes over, starts cleaning it up.
With the
I'm going
squeegee.
to go over to the chair.
Okay.
Looking around, are there both males and females in this camp?
Yes, it looks like everyone in the camp.
How many people are we talking about here?
Probably 3 dozen.
Okay. My people. Sons
so-
and daughters of the Burning Lady.
So as you begin your speech, you look around, you see Preston in the group.
Okay. How's he look? Does he have a pike?
No, he looks like everyone else who is eager to see, hear the fire prophet speak. And as you scan the camp, you realize that there are no guards outside of Shorter's hut, and the drape that was once covering the front is gone. And we can stop right there.
Well, that gives me time to think of a speech.
Yes, that does.
We're just gonna come in here next Thursday, and Josh is gonna have a notebook out in front of him, just ready to read for like the first 45 minutes.
That's what I did
We
in
the
Big
people.
Montana.
In order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and ensure domestic tranquility. Provide. Oh, wait.
That's what I did with Big Montana all the time. I wrote speeches in the interim. Like
That I'm going to have
all,
to do.
all the crap that I put out there, that was all pre-written. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was making up on the spot.
Well, we'll use one of the 3 things I had you guys roll for.
Oh, well, that's nice.
The chair, of course.
This took an unexpected turn.
Yes, it did. I thought there was going to be a fight, a brawl there for a
I
second.
did too. I thought we were gonna have to fight Shorter like on the spot there for a minute, but
I did too.
turned around.
But diplomacy prevailed.
Yeah,
Shorter was in between Odd and bedtime. He was ready to just blast him and go back to sleep.
I was ready to if he didn't have a better plan than what he had, and then my mind started working again and went, wait a minute.
Although it looks, by the looks of it, we might yet have to fight Shorter.
We
He seems
might.
to have disappeared somewhere.
We
No.
might, or he might have gone ahead and decided that. Did we see Memento as part of the crowd?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Memento's there
Yeah.
too. He's all excited.
It might be that Short has decided that we're the ones to take his place now. I don't
He's
know.
gonna go live in Memento's old hut by himself.
Lose his mind as well. Memento used to be the original Shorter. Then the Shorter came and replaced him, and now he's insane.
All that torching, man, it messed up their brains.
You'll do it. I'll do it. I was not looking forward to a fight against a powerful psionic who could just nail 5 people to a damn wall.
Thankfully, he had already torched quite a bit by Peter's description of him. He looked pretty wore
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, so either he was torching or he just used up most of his psionic capabilities and didn't have the long rest yet.
All right, guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
All right.
Thank
See
you.
you next
Bye.
week.
Thank you.
Peter.
All right.